From the beginning, Season 4 was an uphill battle.
5 have survived and navigated the game to the finale.
From the 15 new players, 4 remain. Able to outwit, outplay, and outlast their competitors.
And adjust to any twist and obstacle that came their way.
And joining them, one of our returnee players.
Rewriting her legacy in her quest for redemption. Soaring temperatures and harsh conditions.
Grueling challenges that tested determination and resilience. Nothing came easy.
It was a season of hope, vulnerability, and at times, heartbreak.
Opportunities were missed.
With devastating results. And one by one, their flames went out.
Josh. His challenge failures and an early injury forced Josh to fight from the start, proving to be a savage at Tribal Council. A strategist at camp, he helped the Birak 4 make it deep into the game, but with all his allies gone and a win under his belt, can Josh survive the final leg? Joanna. She may have been selected last for her tribe, but her social ability kept her name off the chopping block. Her unwavering loyalty has propelled her through the game, but with the end in sight, can Jo explain to her critics the game that she's played and why she deserves the title of Sole Survivor?
Salvador, the self-declared naughty boy, was pocketing information from the start, with his head in the game and his eyes on the prize, as he lived out his survivor dream. The merge bred Paranoia, but he was able to keep his allies close and his enemies closer. And when the bridges were burnt, he relied on himself. Having escaped the revenge of the Birak 4, can Sal continue his path to the end, or will his broken promises be his undoing? Valentina. After being voted out by her tribe, Valentina found herself at redemption, proving that she was underestimated as she rose to become one of the strongest challenge competitors of all time. Winning a place back in the game and a chance for her own redemption. On day 2, she buried the hatchet with Jilba, but became the target of everybody else. With her nemesis gone, will she continue to stick yellow strong? Or will she dance with the devil and create her own path? Kiara.
Having learnt from the mistakes of her previous game, she's taken every opportunity to make meaningful connections.
She's relied on her instincts and worked closely with allies, and proving she isn't afraid to do what it takes.
She's won immunities.
She's made tough decisions.
And without a single vote against her, will the bonds she made be enough to secure the win?
5 players remain, all with their own story.
Who will rise to victory, and who will fall just short?
Upgrade Finale grass.
Decent grass.
Yes.
Super happy about the grass, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a table.
Yeah, we won't be happy. Upgrade on the table
Really
as well.
coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
I won the challenge, like, it's amazing. But then it was just sad knowing that Rachel, she's dead. And it's so sad, like, we've been together from the beginning, we've worked together every single vote, I trusted her with my life in this game. I maybe shouldn't have spoke up too much, but anybody that knows me knows I will say what I think and I'll say it to their faces, and I did. Didn't save Rachel, but I had to try, and I know that I'm gone next time anyway, so yeah, what else did I have left to lose?
Can I talk? Yeah.
Who wants to?
I'll
come. Yeah?
I'll come with you two.
Okay.
Oh. We'll just do that. Oh, yeah, anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah.
I go first.
No, of course.
I've been quite an underdog this game. I think I couldn't be happier with my game, to be honest, apart from if I won. I really want to make it there, but the odds are stacked against me.
We got roast. We're apparently boring everyone. So travel was very uncomfortable, to say the least.
I'm not bored.
I'm
running in a constant state of near anxiety.
Yeah, it's been non-stop.
Part of our gameplay was making a really, really strong alliance, and I think that in itself is a huge move that, we were willing to take that right to the end, and it paid off.
We talked to a lot of people about coming over to us, and they all were like, nah. So it's interesting that no one else is willing to break an alliance, but they're all expecting us to.
I think as well another big goal of this is to be the sole survivor, and that's what all of us are trying to do. And we saw that our best way to do that was to kind of utilise a strong alliance.
I felt a little bit hurt that we were made out to have not deserved to be here as much as everyone else, when we've endured all of the same stuff as everyone else for the last 2 days.
For me, it's about looking back on this and being proud of how I conducted myself, which for the most part I am, because I've stayed true to who I am as a person.
I also feel like no one's kicked or turned with plans to me, really. I go to them and say, well, what are you thinking? Yeah. What's your plan? And I don't really... Yeah. I don't feel like other alliances were forthcoming either.
I understand what they're saying about enjoying watching big moves, but watching big moves is one thing. Making it to the end is another.
It wasn't another alliance's decision to take out Abby.
No.
We decided that.
Yeah, I know.
I think the plan is to go ahead with Joe and with Sal. I do feel like I have a good story. I mean, if you want redemption, this is it. I don't see anybody flipping on me.
What you say?
Yes. The travesty happened where Rachel was voted out. She thinks there's nothing going on, but Super Sal here is doing a lot behind the scenes. They took Val on that reward and they changed her vote to vote for Joe. That doesn't align with Sal's line or trajectory to the final three, so I was like, no. Thanks, Rachel, but I'll take it from here. We decided that we'd vote for Joe, and I was like, yes, okay. Never intended on doing that, so I managed to get Val by herself and get her to flip her vote. This is where the tricky bit comes in. I told her that I would vote with her next time, but I have to deal with that now or later or soon.
No, wait a minute. We were for Joe.
Yes.
But if Kiara made it to the three, she hasn't. Look at that story. She's the first
from
one.
First to come back, and
she
then
goes.
that is iconic.
This is iconic and a great story.
Yes.
So I was thinking, isn't it better to vote her out at this point?
Whatever you guys want to do, I'm down.
And then we'll just say to them that we've we've spoken to you and you want one of those.
And then just say, oh, he's so annoying, he keeps trying to
Yeah,
worm
to
his way
interfere.
in, like blah, 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 just bitch about me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I can take it. If you want to lock something in, legit.
You happy with Kiara? Kiara, I'm good with Kiara. I'm firing it off cylinders.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to me again, you can be rude to me, be
No,
nasty
yeah, no,
at
don't make it
but
too
no matter
obvious.
what happens, I'm putting Kiara down, 100%. Unless you tell me something different.
No, I'm going with that too.
I'm
No
putting
matter
Kiara
what
down.
happens, but I think at this point we'll just split those two, and Chara is the best story so far.
I have an idol. We are down to final 5, and that is the last time I can play it. Now, if I'm feeling super confident, I just want to play it and hope I get to the final 3 and be like super ballsy. But if I feel like there's any sneaky sort of stuff happening, then I'll be playing that tonight. So
Okay, no, just
I'll go first. I'll look like upset, and when they look back at you, just like roll your eyes at me or something. Like just
Okay,
be a bit.
the only thing that I was going to mention to you is like when Rachel and him were talking, the jury is going wild for them.
I know.
Don't think they wanted me there, but
Okay, so
Kiara and then
Kiara and then Josh. Yeah.
Let's hope that everything goes
Smoothly, yeah.
All right, welcome to your final 5 individual immunity challenge. Josh, I'll take the necklace back.
Individual immunity is back up for grabs. Are you ready to get to the challenge? Okay,
Let's get to it. In this challenge, you must complete a vertical fire puzzle using the pieces tied inside a bag. At any point, you can sacrifice time spent working on the puzzle to run to a solution located far behind you. First person to complete the puzzle wins immunity. Survivors ready?
Go.
Joe and Valentina, not wasting any time to run and look at the solution.
Say, okay, all right.
Let's see if it helps them out at all.
That doesn't help at all.
This puzzle is not easy. If at any point you get stuck, just remember the solution is right over there. Sal has a piece. Valentina has a piece. Josh is going to run out. Josh hurt himself in the very first challenge of the day. He's not giving up. Sal's going out again. Valentina gets another piece. Josh has a different strategy. pieces you get in, the harder it is to keep it up.
Ah, come on, Josh! You take me.
Sal has done more trips out to the solution than anybody else. The question is, does the strategy work?
Oh, I don't remember anymore what I did. Okay, all right, yeah, maybe.
That's another piece. Valentina wins individual immunity.
Wow!
Well done.
Oh my god! That's amazing.
Valentina, come get your prize. Congratulations. Individual immunity, safe from the vote, a spot in the final 4. You cannot be voted out at this tribal council. For one of the other 4 of you, you've made it to the end of day 2, but not quite to final tribal council. Head back to camp, try and figure out what you're gonna do. Well done.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty. We're getting.
Am I allowed to be here?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, that challenge was pretty tough. I tried to cheat a little bit by peeking at Sal's. Didn't really work, but I had to try. So, you know what's happening? Is it me? Before the challenge, when we just came to the new camp, Val and Sal both pulled me aside and said they're finally ready to make a move and they want to vote out Kiara. I mean, your guys I don't really think they had a reason to pull me aside and say it unless they actually contemplating it. And I think Val has that trust in me now because when I did take her to the high tea, this is what Rachel and I were trying to push to her. And maybe it's finally sunk in. Too late for Rachel, but maybe it's sunk in enough to save me. I just said to them, I'll play dead, I'll do whatever you want me to do. That's the only plea I can give because clearly I'm the last red remaining. So I'm at their mercy if I'm voting Kiara, if they want to make a move and vote that way, like they told me they will. I think it'll be a massive blindside. The jury will love it and it gets me one step closer to the final 3. And I think if I end up sitting in the final 3, I think I'll have a good chance with the jury because I'm quite friendly with a lot of them. So I'm just trying to downplay myself, just act defeated, play dumb, I just want to get to the end. I've come so far. It needs to happen. So I'm just going to try to listen to what you say.
If Josh goes in, it's more than likely just because of the nodding heads that we saw that they will vote him.
I don't think that immunity thing has changed our plan moving forward. I think we're still pretty determined to pile all of our votes onto Josh.
And it'll be kind of maybe interesting for the jury to deliberate out of all 4 of us that they seem to have a bit of a issue with, who they have the least issue with.
Yes. We can't take Josh to the final 3. He has such a strong underdog story. I just think he's too much of a jury threat.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
It's all he would
Any verdicts?
I would actually really like to pull Sal aside because I just want to hear his thinking. We had kind of agreed that it would be a final 3, me, Joe and Sal, but I just want to hear his thoughts on how strong Val might be at the final 3.
Sometimes people come onto this game with that strategy exactly, you know, not doing extremely well.
What if Joe wins the next challenge? Josh wins the next challenge. I was just thinking about it then.
If Kiara and I we make it to the top 3, I think she would win. I think I got it out.
And if we don't vote for him this time when he doesn't have immunity and he gets it next time, then we're definitely out. They are rooting for an underdog. So he makes it to the end and I feel like he'll clean up.
It's supposed to be case, but what if it doesn't happen?
Yeah, if it doesn't happen then they're all good. It's the what if it does. If he gets to the end then we're cooked. No one has a chance. And this time it didn't when you won the immunity, so he's open. And it's like, do we take it now or do we risk him winning the next one and then he's won?
If they are gonna vote me out, I'm going right to the jury. I'll be so mad at them for giving me false hope so close to the end. And if they don't mean it, then maybe I won't vote for them, so they'll get their comeuppance. But no, I have faith.
This is madness, guys.
Final 5. Okay, and bringing in our jury, Jake. Oh, Big Mama. Sorry, Big Mama, this is not your time to shine. No redemption for you. No redemption for Big Mama. It's okay, keep going. Keep going. Abby, Matt, Michael, Matt, and Rachel voted out at the last tribal council. I missed the end of the challenge, so Valentina, congratulations.
You put that puzzle together faster than anyone. Obviously, you won. That
was the goal.
That was very quick.
So Josh, at the last tribal council, we saw Rachel get voted out. You were both very verbal about separating the 4 other members here.
Yeah.
So you must be feeling vulnerable right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling very vulnerable. So yeah, I do have a pitch that I can get into now or later. What do you mean?
Floor is yours.
Yeah, my pitch is Kiara is the biggest threat to win. She was a first boot, she's came back, she's slayed the game. If anybody here sits next to her, she's won, default. Also, Joe and Kiara are an unbreakable 2 votes. So if Val and Sal vote me out, then their best hope is a 2-2 deadlock, and who knows how that will break.
Well, that's really flattering. Josh, I really believe you're the biggest threat still here.
Really?
I think you've got the best story.
The best story? Coming back as a first boot and winning the game? Really?
Your tribe got down to the lowest point. You've fought through all this way.
True.
You've got some really lovely friends on the jury. I'm sure would love to see you win. I think everyone here has great stories.
You're the first boot who's going to win the game. That's groundbreaking.
So, Valentina, he's aiming this at the 2 of you, so what are your thoughts on Josh's pitch?
Well, he has a good point, but she has a good point too. I'm honest. I do think that both of you are a threat, to be honest. Because you have a great story. You have a fantastic story. You because the jury want the yellows dead. Yeah, so it's gonna be a tough choice.
Okay.
If I can counter that, please.
Yeah.
So if they do go along with my plan, which is Sal, Val, and myself in the final 3, I don't know if the jury votes thing stacks up because there'll be 4 original yellow on the jury, only 3 original red. So a yellow's already got more votes from me there. The 2 blues would be the tiebreaker. And I wasn't exactly the best of friends, so I don't know. You have the second best story. I think you'll beat. Hers is the best, yours is the second best.
Maybe, but...
You could beat me. I'm happy to lose to you, that's fine. But it's if you're happy to lose to Kiara from your own choice. That's the decision you have to make. You were like the underdog icon of the game.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. If they don't like that story, if they prefer another ending, that's I'm pointless and I'm a goner anyway. I don't, honestly, yes, I feel safe now, yeah, okay, but obviously, okay, next one, I don't feel safe at all, at all. So I think I might be probably the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But if we vote Kiara, you won't be the next one. Unless Jo wins immunity, which I doubt she will. No offense.
No,
I don't think I will either. Then you're guaranteed at the end. Why take a risk when you can guarantee yourself?
I don't think it's a guarantee.
I just wanted to add that Jo and I have had a really great relationship, but saying that we are just going to vote exactly the same all the time, I don't think that's true. We've already had a really frank discussion amongst ourselves where we're comfortable to vote wherever we want to vote.
Yeah. Well, it has been said throughout the game ever since the merge you are an unbreakable too.
So you'll win immunity next time.
Anything's a possibility, but it's pretty doubtful. You're clearly a bigger challenge threat than me.
Plenty of possibilities there of that.
Oh no, if I won though, I'd vote out Jo.
Very cool.
My self-esteem is plummeting.
So Jo,
Yeah.
when you are looking at the final three and who you want to sit next to at the end, how are you making your decisions?
With who I feel deserve it the most, and I feel like that's kind of what anyone would do in my shoes. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is the added thing of, yeah, if you do vote me out, what's going to happen with the deadlock next time? Like, how is that tie broken? I don't know. Do you want to find out? I don't know. But with me, it's not going to happen. If we vote out Kiara, you won't have to find out. That's it. That's all I can say.
Right.
You guys, you've heard it all.
Okay.
Very exciting.
Well, as we've heard it all, we'll get to a vote. Valentina, you have the necklace unless you want to give it to somebody else. So you cannot vote for Valentina. She'd like to keep it on, please. Valentina, you're
Very tough decision. Here's mine and my journey. Let's step.
Kiara, I'm voting for you. It's my final pitch, otherwise I'm done in this game. I really do think you're the biggest threat to win. Hopefully Val and Sal think the same. It's my only chance of getting to the end. That's all I can do. Hope it works.
Voting for Josh, just because of all the insults I've recently received. Just praying it's you and not me.
No. I'm shy.
We'll stay with you.
No, that doesn't do it.
Backup pencil? Backup pencil?
No.
That's the answer.
We will now tally the votes.
So you know, the final 5 is the final opportunity to play any hidden immunity idols. So, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Kiara. 2 votes Josh, 1 vote Kiara, 2 votes left. Next person voted out of Backyard Survivor Redemption, Josh.
Josh, Travis. Hang on out. The final 4.
The blood starts. This is what you guys were waiting for.
You have one final challenge to make it to the final 3 and the opportunity to plead your case to the jury. Come on back to camp. We'll see you at the challenge.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that I went home so far into the game. Coming into the day, I was so intimidated when I first saw everybody. Like the Red Strong, those people were just like amazing. We all had each other's backs to do as far as we could. But, you know, I argued every point that I could. I think I made really sane arguments, and I think they're crazy to not go with what I said. I think Clara's got this in the bag. She's definitely my winner pick going forward.
That was a big tribal.
That was a big tribal, yes, indeed.
I think that the result of that tribal council was fabulous. Great to see Josh out of here. I really do believe he's a massive jury fan. Thank you for voting with me.
That's it never crossed my mind, you know. He can bring up good points, but it's not good points to me.
I really feel like I've taken... No, I won't say. I just feel like I've taken some kind of mind-altering substance. Like, I just feel completely out of this world right now. It's just the 4 of us.
Yeah.
This is tough.
It's hard. There's no wiggle room. This is it.
My understanding right now is that Joe and Sal give me the best shot of winning the final 3. We wanted that.
we got what we wanted. That's it.
It's just our fault.
Yeah. I definitely got what I was hoping for. My plan has been working to a T. When an issue has come up, I've been able to turn people around like Val. I've now eliminated all of everyone else except for Yellow, and I feel like I have a very good chance. Exciting news as well, I did not have to play my idol. What the heck? If I make it and I've got an idol, I got a good story. And at this stage, there's a lot of talk about Kiara and Val, which is just spot on for me. Personally, I think I want to go for Kiara. I'm trying to get 3 votes on her, just because then I can distinguish a few more moves with Kiara off the board of saying I controlled Val and Joe to do these things, whereas if she's there, it's a little bit more muddled for the jury to see what I did and what she did.
Okay, let's get to the point. I just want to get to the point.
Yeah.
I spoke with Sal, we had an idea, Kiara, which so far I think he has even a better story than me. I agree, maybe amongst us, I'm a big fan of Kiara. Kiara is even bigger than me. I think if she makes it to the top 3, the jury will vote for her. I want to be Joe and Sal, because I think I have a better chance to win.
My mind's going somewhere completely different.
We just had tribal council and it was a pretty horrible experience once again, getting a lot of shade thrown my way.
For me, and this is kind of what I'm thinking, is to drop strategy for myself and just think about who I think is the hungriest for it, who has kind of like, has the best story. And
you want to vote them out, or you want to let them in?
Yeah, I am feeling defeated and like letting all those kind of comments get in my head a little bit and making me start to doubt how much I do deserve to be here. So I'm kind of grappling there with that at the moment.
If I were to be there, straight away would be like, oh, well, she hasn't won any challenges. They probably are like, she's coattailed, the whole way through.
I think no matter what group of people go to that final 3, just knowing from the jury's reaction and that kind of thing, that I am not looking good for like the popular vote.
So I'm confused. You're saying that you sort of voting yourself out?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm happy if you guys want to put the vote on me and I'll just do Sal or something like that.
Yeah.
Wondering how I'd like to move forward. This is, you know, probably classic of my nature of like I want to go more with like a bit more sentimental value. Like I think sentimentally this means so much to you. I might just vote with who I feel really, really is the hungriest for winning and who has just really, really been a strong player from start to finish. I'm being realistic, like there's no way I can win that jury vote, but
I don't think that's true.
Just given off like the comments and the head nodding and that kind of thing, I'm just being realistic. I'm always someone who normally goes with my heart rather than my brain a little bit sometimes. I definitely do feel a bit defeated. And I'm not upset about it. Like I'm also like I'd be super happy with the experience of being on the jury and also voting for you. Like that's 100% where I'd go. Yeah. So that's sort of where I'm at. I would be feeling quite like happy to let you guys put the vote on me. I'd probably put the vote on Sal or something and do it that way. But I think Sal's, you know, going more strategic and he's saying I don't want to do that because if I had to go to the final three with Sal and Kiara, with Val and Kiara, I wouldn't win. I think he wants me in there because he knows that it'd be easier for him to win. So I'm essentially this pawn. And I'm like, do I want to be a pawn giving a speech, a plea to an audience of people that I know? You know, it's lost on.
You're really good at speaking though.
Yeah.
I think that the best way to have Jo's back is to actually let her go. She doesn't want to be at that final. But
just start to mull it over because that's something I'm kind of happy with.
But I think she's really got something. I find that a hard thing to do. It feels like saying you don't believe in someone.
Come on in. Sal, Jo, Valentina, and Kiara. You have made it to the last challenge of the day. First things first, Valentina, I will take off the necklace. Thank you. This is what you want more now than ever. This guarantees you a spot in the final three, where you can pitch your speech to the jury on why you should win Backyard Survivor Redemption.
For your final immunity challenge, you must keep one arm behind your back. On our go, you will drop one ball in the chute. It will zigzag to the bottom, you will catch it and put it back in. At regular intervals, we will add more balls, making it more difficult. If at any point the ball drops, you're out. Last person left standing wins individual immunity and guaranteed a spot at the final tribal council.
Good luck, guys.
Wish you all the best.
Gonna have one arm behind your back.
Survivor's ready. We're gonna put that ball in. I'm gonna count you down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone has that first ball. This challenge is on. Get you to add a second ball in. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Everyone has to block the second ball in. gonna get you to add your third ball in. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Joe, out of the challenge. Okay, I'm gonna get you to add a fourth ball in. And that's it. Valentina drops. Sal wins final individual immunity. Sal, come and get your prize.
Woo!
You have earned your spot in the final tribal council. For the other 3, you have had a long 2 days, but for one of you, the journey is about to fall just that little bit short. Congratulations. Thank you.
I spaced out. I was tired and I went like, eh.
Well done. So proud of you.
I won the challenge, very excited. I am feeling absolutely ecstatic and very dizzy after doing that last challenge. My last thing on my bucket list for Backyard Survivor, and it's right here, ticking it off in front of everyone. Before I was like, oh, go start practicing your final speech. And I was like at 7 and 8. And I was like, no, don't start thinking that, it's too early. But now I'm here, I have to do it.
I don't know. I kind of just want to see you guys there. You know, I can kind of look back on this whole experience and be quite proud that I've, kind of maintained my integrity, you know, attempted to be honest and upfront at all points, which is what I wanted to do.
Yes.
It's what I feel most comfortable with.
Right.
And what I think would be most authentic for me to do. I think we got some very strong insight into what the jury is thinking. It appeared that they kind of collectively thought that I might not be someone who was like as strong of a player as the other 3, and I don't take it personally. I'm open to having conversations about it.
Yeah.
But that's what I would like.
Jo said that she's happy to go out and lead the 3 of us in. Feels like Jo is saying, like, just vote me out because she's trying to shield Kiara. So it's a very horrible moment.
Look, I really want Kiara out. I feel like that really separates our choices. So I want Kiara gone. I didn't leave Kiara's side. We were at Yellow Tribe and then we moved to the merged tribe together, the Red Tribe together. So we haven't separated. So there's a whole lot of sort of choices that we made together. Now I'll try and pull rank and sort of say like I did that, but that's something I'm a bit worried about.
Vote Kiara.
Yeah.
What Jo's gonna do.
Well, yeah, it's a 2-2.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2-2. The initial idea between me and Sal was actually that it would have been better not to have Kiara with us because she's a potential winner.
I think we just have to try and sway Jo. But she seems like...
It's just coming anyway.
Oh, is she? Yeah, well, she's the one we need to get.
We would prefer to have somebody more on the same level, like it's the story, or like Joe.
Joe.
Oh, come along.
How you feeling?
Don't put yourself too hard.
Wow.
Yeah, we want you in the final 3.
I know. So you can
Why don't you want to be
walk on my limp body as you get to the top. No, it's fine. No, I would be doing the same thing. Strategy-wise, people are thinking, Kiara's the biggest threat, and so Sal's kind of posing that maybe that's where our vote goes.
I feel bad, but she's had 2 turns.
Yeah, getting her out and keeping me in as the little pawn in their game.
It's just strategic for our moves. I think we have a better story.
I was happy for them to put the vote on me. That was, I think, me giving up hope, obviously. If we all vote...
Kiara, she's out in the woods.
If we all vote Kiara, then they might see that,
Then,
I ain't so much for them.
well, that's it. You sort of split from her, which is like, you friggin' jury.
If we were willing to do that as a tribe and kind of break alliances, that might show the jury that, we were here to win and we were willing to kind of make some really hard decisions. Yeah,
Awesome.
screw it, I'll do it.
Yeah?
I'll do it, yeah, screw it.
Let's go. They will like that, especially like Josh and Rachel, they're calling for that big move.
I feel awful about voting for Kiara. I adore her. I think that she's really made this whole experience for me pretty unforgettable. Yeah, I think the general consensus is there isn't swaying those two off voting for you.
Yeah, I think.
The decision's been made.
Well, yeah, we've sort of talked Joe into it.
There's nothing I can do to talk you out of this.
For me personally, I think I'm locked on you.
Yeah.
And I just want to be honest, It's like, I don't want to lie to you guys.
I just think, please don't take it personal. I just think that I have a better chance.
It feels good to feel like I'm someone people consider a threat. I just really want to thank you guys.
Oh yeah.
It's been an incredible journey.
To be a big surprise.
Yeah.
Awful.
I can see what they're saying. I think they're right. I think I have a chance to win. I think that I can craft a really great story at Tribal. It's a story that's unfolded over years at this point. I believe in all of you.
Thank you.
I'm really, really proud of the game I've played. I never thought that I could get this far. Every step where I feel like I've made a milestone has been this revelation of what I'm capable of, and it's such a public experience. And I'm a private person. I'm not someone who looks for the spotlight, so it was hard enough for me to do it the first time, and then to feel like a bit of public humiliation there. I'm just so proud of myself for coming back, no matter what happens. And yeah, there's a part of me that wants to do it for every first boot there's ever been. We're no different from anyone else. We get cast because production thinks we have a chance to win, and I'd just love to be able to prove that.
I want to give you a hug. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been such a good ride with you.
I don't know what it takes to get through this, but I think I've got it in me. I've just got to dig deep, take some centering breaths, and just remember who I am and why I'm here. I have people who believe in me. I have a jury out there who believes in me. I just have to tell them why.
There was no talking them out of it, you know.
Otherwise, we're just going to a 2-2.
And
oh yeah.
Just need to hold it together. Just need to hold it together a little longer.
Final 4, come on in to Tribal Council. And bringing in your jury, Jake, Boo, Abby, Matt, Michael, Nat, Rachel, and Josh voted out at the last tribal council.
Sal, first of all, congratulations on winning the It was an epic showdown between Sal and Valentina, and you won out. How are you feeling right now?
Ecstatic. The dizziness has gone away, and I'm above the clouds now.
But Valentina, did you feel like you needed to win that one?
Are you worried that you're gonna go out now, Valentina?
I mean, there's a good idea, but I don't know.
There's only 3 people here who are vulnerable, who are at risk of being sent home. Kiara, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty scared. I'm feeling pretty nervous tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, don't feel good.
So, not only are you kind of casting votes about who's going to go home, but these are the decisions that you're making about who you want to sit next to at the end. So, Joe, how do you decide who you want to sit next to at the end?
I have to try and be strategic right up to the end. I think, there's an element of wanting to be with people who I really, feel close with and have had a really good connection with over this experience, which I feel of all 4. At the end of the day, it is a game, and you have to kind of put yourself in the best possible position. Tough decisions have to be made.
So for one of the 3 of you, you're going to fall just short. So, Valentina, what has this whole experience been for you? How would you sum it up?
It's been fantastic anyway. Honestly, I didn't think I could make it that far. I think I should be pretty happy with myself as well. It's been great. It's been great.
Joe, what about you? If it ends now,
Yes.
how would you sum up this whole experience?
Unreal. Definitely exceeded all expectations. Kind of still digesting everything, I think.
Did you think you'd make it this far?
Definitely not. And that's not to say, that I don't back myself or anything like that, but I mean, I've been up against such strong players, and to be here, and also to be here with my friends, that's pretty, almost the best case scenario that I could have asked for.
Kiara, if it ends for you at this tribal council, what has this experience been for you to play this game?
This experience has been very healing for me. It was a tough fall to be voted out first, and I don't think people really realise how much impact it can have on you. It can shatter your confidence a bit, short term. And so it's been great to come here and to make a lot of friends. I mean, the first boot really feels like the ultimate in social rejection. So to be able to come back and to meet so many incredible people and to genuinely feel like I've bonded with everyone, it's just been really special for me.
Okay. All right. We're going to get to the vote. Does anybody have anything else that they want to say? Yes, Kiara.
Guys, I know where the chips are falling in this vote. I just want to put it out there. You've got one more chance to shake up the vote and to make it look like you've made a big move. I'm voting for Valentina. If anyone wants to vote with me, we can take this last tribal.
All right, anybody else? Anything to add? Okay.
So, you're up first. Do you want to give the necklace away?
No hard feelings.
no chance without you. Sorry. It's my Hail Mary. I really hope I can pull something off.
Okay. We'll now go tally the votes. We'll now read the votes. First vote, Kiara. Second vote, Valentina. Kiara. Next person voted out of Backyard Survivor Redemption, last member of our jury, Kiara.
Dude, you start me off.
Kiara, tried to spoken. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are so happy that you agreed to come back.
Me too. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
You will get a spot on our jury, you will get a vote to decide the winner of the season. Head on out. See you soon, Kiara. Okay. Final three. I'm gonna let you get back to camp. Have a think about your final pitch for the jury. And then we're gonna bring you back in, where you're gonna have to face these guys, plus Kiara. Head on out. See you soon. Let's go.
I'll be there in a second.
More than a game.
It's okay.
I was really trying to get through this last confessional without crying again, but it's really meant the world to me.
No, we love you, Kiara.
It's really flattering to know that the three remaining contestants saw me as a big threat to win. I think they did the right thing voting me off. I think that I could have sold a really convincing story to the jury. I made milestone after milestone that I wasn't expecting to make, and every single time I was in utter disbelief. It's just been an incredible experience, and I feel really, really proud of myself. I think that Val has a really good story, but I think Sal might have what it takes. With the gift of the gab, I think he'll be able to talk his way into a win tonight. I feel really, really proud of myself for digging deep and facing my fears. I was really, really scared about coming back. But the best thing to do when you're scared of something is just do it anyway. And the next time you're scared of something, you'll know that you can do it.
Team high five, like three-way high five, boom.
It feels dirty to high five.
Yeah.
I'm broken.
That was definitely the hardest one. I'm honestly not feeling overly confident with my plea, but all I can do really is just try and put forth the fact that I was willing to do something really hard to get myself right to the end and see where that takes me, I guess.
I have to play strategically too.
I think the questions that they'll ask me is if I think I deserve to be here, considering like I haven't won any challenges and all that kind of stuff, and asking me if I think I've coattailed off people. My approach is just to answer it honestly and see where that gets me. You know, I have kind of kept my, integrity throughout the game. So for that reason, I'm happy with how I went about things. I'm happy that I was always honest, mostly, bar the Abby thing. I was honest about where my votes were going, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. It's got me here, so winning.
People that they know me, I'm such a totally not confident person. I can't believe I made it to the top 3. Seriously, if somebody would have told me yesterday, I'd say, yeah, sure. Then I slowly made it back. I think even the other 2, slowly. I mean, they made it till this point as well. I really don't feel confident when I have to give a speech in a language that is not mine. I mean, you gotta convince somebody that you are the one that deserve the most. And so I have to keep strong. I have to believe that maybe has a chance to be the last survivor. That would be honestly awesome for my self-esteem. I always think that I never do anything good. This is just the end of the road. And here, everything has to come out. Boop.
Well, if it's any consolation, I'm feeling equally as nervous going into a jury that have basically vocalised that I don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, not all of them,
Yeah.
but yeah. Amazing. Absolutely thrilled to have made it all the way through. There was definitely some tricky situations today where, I was running around looking for idols and my head was on the chopping block, and I managed to scrape through that and then also turn people to come to me when I thought that was the best time for them to go to other people to go for me. I think I was definitely able to manipulate both of these people up here. I'm interested to see where Kiara votes. I feel like I played a really strategic game, and that was the sole reason why I wanted her gone, just to completely separate the control of this game, because I know I worked closely with her. I didn't come for the money. I came for the experience and the attempt to try and win it. So I'll hold that so closely, and I'll put that up on my wall if I manage to get there. But yeah, we still got a little bit of work to do.
Final 3, come on in.
Bringing in the jury. Jake, 2, Abby, Matt, Michael, Matt, Rachel, Josh, and Kiara voted out in the last tribal council.
You made it. This is what 18 people
we're aiming for. Be able to sit in those 3 spots and pitch why you should be the winner of Backyard Survivor Season 4 to the jury. Here's how this will work. You will make a pitch one at a time to the jury on why you think that you should be the winner of Backyard Survivor. Once all of you have made your pitch, the jury will have an opportunity to ask questions to you. After that,
the jury will go up and cast a vote one at a time for who they think should be the winner of this season.
So let's start with you.
Alright, hi guys. It's lovely to speak to you again. From the start, my strategy was the SSSS2SS strategy, which is Salvador's Survivor Super Social to Strategic Specialist. At the start, you want to make as many close bonds as you can, which I feel like I really achieved. So on the first tribe, I was trying to get close with everyone to make them feel like I was one of their close allies. And then as well, on the swap with Matt and Michael, there was that opportunity and we were so close to doing something, but it was just not at the right time, unfortunately. And then as the game progressed, the strategy more so comes into it. There was a time where Rachel and Josh had taken Val, came back, and then Rachel, you and Val had come to me and sort of said, let's vote for Joe. I was like, cool, we'll do that. And then after that, I spoke to Val and I said, let's vote out Joe, but let's vote out Rachel first. I also did that again with Val for you, Josh. I'm not sure why you did trust me. So it's sort of just positioning myself as a yes person to you guys, which you might be frustrated with. That was my game plan, was to be able to strategically manipulate, make my tribe or make my group go the path that I sort of wanted to take. And there was one other thing. Even though my name came up a heap and I managed to find one idol, I actually had a second idol found at the same time as the block when I was running around. I sort of made it seem like I only had the one when I did in fact have the 2. But I felt like I was in the clear to not use it. Yeah, I hope you respect my game and I'm keen to listen to questions.
Okay, thank you. Joe?
I wish I had some cool acronym to give you guys. I don't. I will remind everyone I was the last to be picked for the teams. My biggest strength and what I knew I had to utilise throughout this game was my social skills. I'm a counsellor by trade. Building connections with people is essentially what I live and breathe. You know, although I could definitely give challenges like a red hot crack, I didn't have any sort of specific skill set that would really get me far there. So I knew that I had to bank on my social skills, and I knew I had to bank on my ability to form deep connections with people. Things have been thrown around about maybe, implying that I might not be deserving to be here, but I think that I have done essentially exactly what I set out to do, which was to be, authentic to myself, be honest with you all, mostly, and also make some tough decisions like voting Abby out, voting Kiara out. That was extremely challenging for me. That kind of went against the nature of who I am. I am also willing to make those harder decisions as well to kind of get myself to the end, but also be able to have a game that I can look back on and be really proud about how I conducted myself throughout it.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, Valentina.
Hi guys. Well, you sort of know already my story, but I'm just gonna sum it up. I did the first 2 challenges. The second challenge we lost. We went to Tribal Council and I got voted out to go to Redemption. We did, while you were doing challenges, we were doing challenges as well. Every time I was doing a challenge, I felt like I wasn't going to make it. But then I kept saying to myself, please don't give up. I really, really want to have a second chance. So it's been a long journey for me. I thought I wasn't going to make it. Every single step that I actually then made it, I thought I wasn't going to make it. And then I was back to camp. And I had to sort of find my way back to my old tribe because I saw that they were all there. Strategically speaking, I thought maybe this is my only chance because I don't know anybody else. I've been away for such a long time that I only have them. I'm really happy
about all of this experience. It was much more than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, this is me.
Okay, thank you. Great. We're going to turn over to the jury. Who would like to go first? Oh, they're in the back.
Guys, congratulations on making Final 3. In the questions, I think we all know that Val, you have done such a great way to redeem yourself. How have you two redeemed yourself in this whole game? It can be at any stage or like a redeeming moment.
I'll possibly go first. I picked up the comments made by Josh and Rachel, about maybe not making bold game choices. I was about to give up after these comments. I was done. I was saying to these guys, look, you guys top 3, I'm willing to put the vote on me. But then I was like, nah, I'm gonna vote for Kiara. And that was really tough.
I think for me personally, there was definitely opportunities, where I was running around like a headless chook that should have been cooked, but it wasn't. Yeah, and that was due to sort of the social play that I'd done, and then also finding that idol. Otherwise, that vote out, I would have been gone.
Okay, next.
Go for it.
Val, you had this beautiful story where you got voted out super early and then you won all these super tough challenges to get back into the game. And then you got back into the game and you went back to the people that voted you out and you just let them control your votes like a dead fish.
I don't think it was a dead fish. Some of the strategy were starting from me, and then they sort of changed it, and then maybe I followed sometimes. Yes, of course. Or honestly, stick with the yellow team, even if you guys voted me out anyway. I sort of said like, look, don't take it back. I mean, I was a bit pissed, to be honest, when that happened, because I didn't expect that. Like, did I piss somebody off that they just decided to me, or they just to pick a name? The answer that I got is like, well, we had to pick a name, so it was yours. And then, fair enough. I think I gave my loyalty, and I don't think it was a dead fish at all. I don't really think it was a dead fish at all.
Who's next?
My question is for Sal. So, Sal, you just spoke there about being a yes man. The problem with when you're being a yes man is it can paint the picture that you're towing the line and that you're not the one controlling the votes. My opinion is that the person controlling the votes is sitting on the jury here with us. What I want to hear from you is a couple of times where you specifically were the ones driving the vote out.
I could pick these last 3 and go through them. I already sort of touched on you guys. Kiara, I was very honest and spoke with Kiara and sort of said, look, for my game, I need you to be gone. And I was able to speak to Jo, and even though she wasn't comfortable with it and I don't feel good about it, but I was able to get Kiara sitting there, so then we didn't have the same story sitting up here.
So for me, voting out the biggest threat, Final 4, isn't like a huge move. That's just a move that anyone would do. I'm talking about earlier in the game when you had, what votes were you driving, not just saying yes to.
But I definitely feel like I would sort of go to this, our group, and sort of put forward a plan, I felt like a lot of times, but as a question of, should we do this? But that was the way I wanted to sort of take it, and then pretty much every time I felt like the answer was yes, let's do that.
Okay. I'll go next. Okay, my question is for Val. So I came in here like kind of rooting for you, and then in the questions I feel like you haven't really been able to explain yourself that well. So you did say that you were responsible for some moves. Can you give a specific example of one of those times that you think was the most strategic move you made?
When we were like, I don't remember, probably 8 or something, I was asking, I went to Sal and I said, look, let's just sort of team up because I need an ally. And I saw it in Sal. And then again, it happened just after with you. And we talked again, Sal and I, mainly, and we said like, what if he's gonna win an immunity idol and he's gonna come here, he's gonna be a super winner. So we said like, he's a big threat. So strategically we thought maybe we should vote him out now that he doesn't have an immunity challenge and we have a chance to do it, because if we win the next one, fudged. so there was that sort of a talking, and I think I just picked the eye.
Yeah, both of those, it seems like you kind of went to Sal rather than doing it yourself and him coming to you, for example. But my question's over. If someone else wants to continue further, they can, but thank you.
So my question is to all three of you. So in Survivor, we have sometimes players who are called goats. And goats are players who are easy to take to the end because they played a safe game. Can you prove to me why you have not played a game as a goat?
I can start with that. I mean, would a goat get a heap of votes? I can't count the amount of votes I got, but I definitely copped a heap. There was plenty of times my name was getting thrown out by you guys. It was all on me. That's not a goat. I feel like if I wasn't a threat, you wouldn't have been going for me. You would have been going for Kiara, but you were going for me.
I'm a bit, at a loss to say, and maybe that's the title that we can call me, and I'm happy to take that. I think maybe from, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
And to me, honestly, it didn't feel like I played an easy game. If that's what you guys feel, that's fair enough. But for me, it was such a hard journey. I've been put through so much, and pretty hard, psychologically, mentally, physically. Saying that I played an easy game, geez, no, I don't feel it that way. No, sorry. I think it was a pretty hard path.
Okay, thank you. Hey guys, I've got just a quick question for each of you. I've got moments in the game from each of you where I think you may have played me. To affirm those moments, can you give an example of when you think you played me, please?
The final 8 vote, so I was talking to girls, trying to use that social side that I created to not get them to flip on me as well, because that could have definitely easily happened on the first vote or the revote. But I still didn't use an idol and let it go out to rocks. And that's getting all of these guys to commit to save you. I didn't mention that, obviously, to them, saying I wasn't going to grab a rock, but I mentioned that we all have to grab rocks. Let's just go solid because he's going to win this thing. So I feel like that was one time where you were going for me, but I knew that there was a solid way through that vote.
I think maybe just in the sense that when we have had discussions, I probably appeared very ambivalent about how much of a threat I thought you were. Maybe in the sense that I wasn't completely upfront with you, and I might have been giving a bit of lip service when you would come and have those chats with me about where you stood and that kind of thing. Yeah.
I honestly don't remember. I don't think I did, but I know, yeah.
I can be very easily played, and when you gave me your cross on, you want some favour from me. Okay?
I didn't think so. Sorry. So it was the croissant that put you over. Okay, sorry.
Sorry,
I wasn't even thinking of that.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. Who's next? Kiara.
Joe. I know from the outside it might seem like you played a bit of a quiet game, but after spending so much time together, I was really struck by some of the more nuanced social strategy you had. Could you perhaps talk us through some of the moves you made that might not have seemed big and brash, but you felt made a big difference to your game?
Yeah, I think there was always a bit of who should we vote for, and I definitely felt like the person that I always had in mind, I always pushed with you guys. I didn't just kind of sit back and say whatever. Just the last vote on you, that might look a bit like I kind of just followed cult leader over here. As I said, I'd kind of given up, but then I was like,
no, I'm not here to give up. I'm going to have to do something that is a bit more strategic, and more strategic was not being on here, sitting here with you.
Okay,
No, we had talked about some of the questions, so my question's been answered, so I'm good, thanks.
Okay. So, jury, you're happy with the information that you have to cast the vote for the winner?
Now, final three, you've done all you can do. So the power has shifted to the jury. They will cast a vote for who they think deserves to win. I hope to see your name on that parchment.
Okay. Jake, you can go first.
I have voted for this person because they were among the first to be voted out, and she was on the chopping block for most of the tribal councils, and but each and every time she pulled through, so that's impressive to me, and I think she deserves the win.
What a game you played. I did not expect you to have another hidden immunity idol, and you stuck to your SS whatever times 2 to the power of pi acronym that you started off with, so I commend you for that, and you played a great game.
Sal, if it wasn't me, you were the person I wanted to win. I'm so proud of you. Obviously smashed the other 2 final 3 out of the park. Congratulations, you've got this.
The theme is redemption, and that's exactly what you did this entire game. My vote goes for Val.
I think, listening to your questions, you made a really good case.
For the last time, we will tally the votes. Cast of Season 4, you have produced an epic and sometimes heartbreaking season of Backyard Survivor. Carl and I are very grateful for all the effort that you have put in.
Yeah, thank you all so much. You've all been incredible.
But, final 3. This time you want to see your name written down on this piece of paper. What are the votes? First vote. Sal.
Second vote. Joe.
Val. It's 1 vote Joe, 1 vote Sal, 1 vote Val.
Val. Valentina.
Salvador. It's 2 votes Sal, 2 votes Val, 1 vote Joe.
Salvador.
Salvador. The winner of Backyard Survivor Season 4 Redemption. All right, that's a wrap.
We flipped on Jake. And then we should have gone on Val.